Hi, welcome to Glen Meditation. This is the longer version of my day 9 update of my 30-day carnivore diet challenge. So I've been doing this because I have Parkinson's disease, and I saw a lot of positive benefits from people doing this diet on the internet, so I thought I'd give it a go and keep people updated. One thing is I do a lot of investigation into diets and try things out on myself because I basically have Parkinson's and I'm trying to heal it in a natural way. So that means I don't take any medication. I looked into what happens to most people who take medication who get Parkinson's at a young age, and there's definitely side effects of the medication, and I think that kind of puts people in a passive role where they're not actively seeking other ways, or the medication possibly interferes with the new ways that they try to naturally heal things. So I think it's up to people individually to decide whether they want to take drugs or not, and I just personally decided to go the natural path because I used to be a chiropractor, so that's my philosophy anyhow. And this diet's been amazing. One of the best things I've done, and it's only 9 days in. I'm so much more relaxed. I have more energy. Turning in bed, as I mentioned in the other video, is a lot easier now. That's one problem that Parkinson's people have, is turning over in bed. And I'm finding my inflammation's coming down. There's one theory that Parkinson's might start in the gut. So the gut bacteria gets affected, and then it moves up into the brain. And I've just read a lot of stories online in the last few weeks about how many people with IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome, have had benefits from the carnivore diet. And mainly I used to think like a vegetarian and sort of eat towards that way. So I was quite surprised to switch over into this diet. And that's one of the challenges with the carnivore diet. If you're not really partial to meat, it's a bit of a challenge. And I guess the vegans think it's bad because of eating animals, and if I had a choice, I wouldn't eat animals. But my first priority right now, when you're sick with the disease and you have symptoms of like IBS, where everything you eat makes you tired or irritable or causes a weird sensation in your body, and you'll do anything to start healing. So if that means eating meat again, but I try to do it in an ethical way where I find grass-fed beef and try to do it in the best way that way. So anyhow, I'd have to say this, one of the best things I've done was have the amalgams removed from my teeth, and I'd say so far into this diet, the carnivore diet's been one of the best things that I've done. When I go out for walks, I have a lot more energy. When as I said before, turn over in bed, it's a lot easier. The mind seems calmer. Like when you're eating things that have carbs in them, you get the insulin spike, so your mind's excited for a while and then it's down. With this diet, you just seem more calm, which sometimes is a kind of a challenge because if you're trying this diet, when you first start switching over, your mind's going to probably, for a lot of people I've been reading, just feel kind of like on level ground for a while, and that can kind of be daunting because we're used to the kind of exciting feeling of eating food and stuff like that. So, which gets into the questions of how much of our food eating is just for pleasure and entertainment rather than nourishment. So this diet's definitely a challenge. It gets a little bit monotonous after days, and you have to push through because you're basically eating the same thing, and there'll be tendency to try to grab other things. And I've had some blueberries, so I haven't been fully carnivore, but basically stuck to a thing. And I did feel a bit of a reaction to the blueberries. What happens to me is when I eat something that my body doesn't agree with, I pretty well instantly or within a few days get red itchiness all over my scalp. which is one thing that started, a few years ago when I was doing juice diets. I must have irritated my bowel, and that might have brought on the Parkinson's or just exposed it being in my system. So anyhow, I'd have to say after 9 days, this has been overwhelmingly positive. If you're trying to give it a try, look at some websites called meatheals.com. That's meat like in eat meat, and heals as in healing. And there's a lot of testimonials on there, and it gives a lot of good updates on what things people are healing with this diet. And try to keep an open mind, because most people think that we have to go plant-based to get healthy, and this goes to the total opposite extreme. But anyhow, take care, have a good day.